Throw me back, throw me back, throw me back. We about to go up, up, up. Got the cushion of
I'm sorry, real little late, 18 minutes late. But you know one thing, we gonna turn it up for sure. More than millions on all platforms. 40 with the dick on it. No, I keep the stick on me. Home do no talking. More than millions. I'm the big homie. Yeah, I keep my shout out, baby. Yeah, I keep my folks. Check your energy podcast. Tune on in. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Want y'all to tag and share. We need the support. I'ma walk them down with the K and shit. Quarterback sneak, grab a work and make a play with it. Smoking on that pressure got me feeling like an alien. Got me shaking like the savages. Hit the room, been over and I ram it in. You know me, I'm and I damage it. Check in the podcast. Check in the podcast. Put on in. Put on in, baby. I'm sorry, y'all, we were late, but you know we're gonna give y'all some more time. Check Energy Podcast. I want to let y'all know that I appreciate everybody for logging on. I want to appreciate everybody for being here, giving me their time. I appreciate y'all very much. For the people that's tuning in, tag, support, share. We need that. Like I always say, this podcast is a podcast where we try to get understanding. We want more positivity, no negativity. And if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. This is what this podcast is all about. We want you to check your energy. Check your energy is basically about understanding things, trying to do new things to make your life better. So we always here to try to elevate things to another elevation. If it's something that you want to put inbox, talk about, let us know. We will most definitely talk about that. But tonight, I'm not gonna be running the show tonight. I'm not gonna be running the show tonight. I'm gonna let Hot Girl Fee run the show. But we gonna do this thing off a spiritual thing. We gonna let things bounce around. We gonna try to do things different. I always try to give y'all something different. But I'm gonna start by introducing myself. My name is Big Daddy Damon. Go ahead.
Rosalind Henderson.
Hey, check your energy, Shanika.
Ooh, I like that. Did you? They fight to guess who wants to say that name first. It's about to get over there.
What y'all doing?
What's your name?
It's a podcast.
What's your name?
I'm Karen.
What's your name?
Karen.
What's your?
It's your girl Fee.
That's how we doing. We got. Ooh.
I'm Bayou Craig.
I like that.
Bayou Boys Podcast.
I like that.
Gonna be in corporation with the goddamn Check Your Energy shit. But we gonna do this shit in a minute.
Up.
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody got sit down. We got you. We got Mitchell Welch on the ones and twos, which is the camera. We switching it up. But we gonna let Hot Girl Fee do her thing. We're gonna try to talk about some things and hope that we can come to agreement on things. If not, for sure, understand it. Let it down, baby. Do your thing. I'm gonna let her go and say what she got to say.
All right, y'all. Tonight we're gonna talk on the black-owned businesses. If y'all know, in social media, all over the media, True Restaurant. There was some females that was in there twerking, and the owner of the facility got really upset, and he gave some choice words to those people, and a lot of people was for it, a lot of people wasn't. So we just gonna get some different opinions, and then we're gonna talk about how we need to treat an establishment when we go into it, and how we treat our black-owned businesses versus a white-owned business. We're gonna get started to find out Dietrich's opinion on what happened at True.
Okay. I'm looking at this situation as if there has to be blame on both sides here, and that's how I look at it. I think that it was tasteless for those ladies to, especially the one who climbed up in the chair and grabbed the window. I think she just took the place all the way to a brand new low. And I think that whoever else
brand new low
was as offensive, I think that they should have been removed. I think that those people should have been talked to the way that he talked to an entire restaurant. And I think it's a little bit unfair to take the misdeeds of a few people and say that that's black behavior, so I have to address all the black people because this is black behavior. I think that you should address who is actually being offensive and not an entire group of people. Because if that man was a white man and he said the exact same thing, then we would be ready to shut that place down. But we're going to see it differently because he's a black man saying what he said, and we feel like he's in order to say what he said because he's a black man addressing black people. And if it hadn't been for that, I don't think it would have been okay. That's not my behavior. I didn't come there for that. I feel like the people who were not participating in it should have been apologized to for the behavior of the ones who were being offensive. That's how I see it.
So to sum it up, your opinion is it should have been done, but it should have been handled when he only talked to those specific
I mean, and yes, that's how I feel. I feel like he should have went directly to the people who were being offensive and not hold the entire restaurant accountable and put that stigma on an entire restaurant and an entire group of people and address everybody because of something someone else did.
Gotcha.
That's how I feel. And not to mention, you as a black business owner, whatever you don't want in your restaurant and in your place of business, you have to set the tone for that from the beginning. You do not say
he do have rules and regulations.
But when I say set the tone for it, what I mean is this: for you to have to scream, for me to hear you and you standing next to me, and you playing throw that ass in a circle. You playing throw that ass in a circle. Why isn't that disrespectful?
We're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
I'm gonna get everybody's opinion on what happened. Then we're gonna talk about what should be played. Rosa, what's your take on it?
I feel if he came to her a certain amount of times and asked her respectfully,
Twice.
sit down, chill out, then do that. I mean, you out in public, why are you twerking on the table? Like, sit down. So now he done got pushed to a point that he like, okay, okay.
I'm sorry.
So do you feel like he handled it properly?
I mean, you don't know what type of day he was having. Like, okay, look, I just said what I said. You ain't listening. Everybody just get out. This is what that is.
You sound like grandma.
What's your
I
take,
am,
Karen?
bro.
sound like
We got a Democrat. You ain't gonna send, but we want him. He want to voice his opinion. He's on fire. He's lit.
No bullshit.
We gonna let him say what he feels, so that way we can elaborate on what he's saying.
What I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand the ordinance. You know what I'm saying? I understand this is a black-owned business, right? And people that have businesses that are black-owned, we feel like we able to do what we able to do within those situations, right? So now, for what you said, as far as you're on the glass and you're doing this, you know what I'm saying? I already told you to chill out. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I feel like he right for saying what he said when he stood up in front of his restaurant, in front of his business and said, look, this ain't what this is about.
Yeah.
We doing this. I did this for y'all. Right? But the actions of us also has been a diminishing part of us. Because we always come in this bitch and think we own shit. And we ain't bought shit and we ain't put no money on nothing and we ain't. So how we gonna come in another minute?
So basically what you saying, basically what you saying is this: everything was good up to the point where you said get the fuck out. So it's like he wasn't just speaking to the people who did it. He was speaking to the people that did it.
I'm speaking to the people that's around the situation.
We
understand what we're doing right here.
Listen, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But I can agree with.
Okay.
But check this out. It's like, how many times that you heard the word fuck? How many times that a man disrespect you? How many times that you have been somewhere with your kids and you to cuss your kids? It's like you never said the word. Or it's like, this is what I'm saying. As a man of a woman, you don't think that nobody in there understood how this man felt? If it was your business, if it was your house, if it was your park, if it was somewhere that somebody disrespected your place in, and you asked them 3 or 4 times, what other way would you have approached it? I mean, sometimes
let's break it down. Let's break it down to the second part of it.
What am I saying? What is it by the word fuck that had to offend everybody in this spot.
Because regardless,
Go ahead,
you
go
still
ahead.
have to
Go
remain
ahead.
professional.
I'm
You went over there
No,
twice.
I'm
You
overzealous.
went to the people 2 times and said something. That was your choice, not to put them out the second
You're right,
time.
you're right.
So
No, yeah, I
then the
agree with
third
that.
time
Okay,
you come,
okay.
you allowed them to push you to somewhere you shouldn't
You're
have
right.
been.
You're right.
Because
They started controlling
the way
him.
you act reflects that's your business. So that's your money in your
Right.
pocket. You can run people off or you can bring people
You're
there.
right.
So he handled it wrong in the way he talked. Like he said, for speaking to everybody, that everybody didn't do it. I probably would have spoke to everybody too, so you won't do it. After I put them out, I talked to them silent. No, I'm finna speak to everybody, but
I
I'm gonna
want to
have to
speak to
watch.
you personally. I want
Like,
to speak.
like
I
they
wanna
say,
speak-
it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
And he didn't say it correctly, but I do agree with him speaking to everybody. They needed to be put out.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to speak to you personally, right?
Okay.
If we came in your house, 3 to 5 people that your mama and them used to let in your house. Your mama and them used to do this. They used to feed the hood. You let 3 to 4 people in your house, and Miss Hattie said, "Don't go to my bathroom with that bullshit." Uncle Robert said, "Don't come here in my living room doing all that fuck shit." He set the rules, right?
Yes.
I told you, man. Now, if I got to correct you on what the fuck you doing, what's wrong with me doing that? When I already set the rules.
Nothing.
No, I don't feel
But he corrected them and he still allowed them. I'ma still allow y'all to stay here. Then I come back and correct you a second time, and I'm still gonna allow you to stay here. So the third time, it ain't gonna be real nice. But if you're gonna speak to the entire restaurant, then you should have
I-
relayed it a little bit better.
Yeah, I figured.
Now if you just went directly to them, I feel like what you said could have been
directly,
said.
but let's speak to the culture, right? Let's speak to the outside situation. When you know that we was all raised up under the same flag.
Well,
We don't understand.
let's talk about.
Go ahead, go ahead,
let's talk
go
about
ahead.
that. Let's talk about that. As black people, we do more tearing down
Then we do
than
business.
we do business. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I
Do
do.
you agree with that?
I do.
Do you agree
I
with
do.
that? This is the thing. We have to find a way to try to unlearn things. You don't find. What I'm saying is, you don't find a lot of. You don't find a lot of white people. I don't have nothing against white people. You don't find a lot of white people saying that, hey, I ain't got nothing against white people. I ain't got nothing against white people. I don't have anything against white people. But how many times you see them say, man, my people keep on doing this and doing this to me? We have to find a way to learn how to embrace each other, to unlearn the ignorance. I feel like this. We don't
You
hate.
call it ignorance?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Yes, it's ignorant between this. If I dislike a man for what he have, or if I dislike a person when they ain't move when I want them to move, or if a person look a certain type of way, I'm not unhappy with them. I'm unhappy with myself because evidently I have some type of jealousy that's in the inside of me. I don't think that we keep up this. I don't think we keep up confusion because actually it's the person that we don't like. I feel it's something that we lack and that we don't have, and we feel some type of way about it. So we start confusion. I mean, me personally, I want to say this, me personally for myself. I'm not worried about what the white man will do to me. I'm mostly worried about what my own people will do. Because if I come up and get something, or if I get a business, I'm not worried about a white man coming here trying to rob me with a pistol, or a white girl coming here twerking or trying to do this. I'm not worried about that. It seems like if I'm trying to stay ahead, I have to worry about my own culture. That's basically what we own. Like, everywhere we go,
But you feel like that you looking ahead and you feel like culture is color. Culture is not color, my nigga. Culture is the action. It's not a white girl, it's not a black girl, it's not none of that. Culture is color. Believe it or not, right now, cuz the biggest culture in the world is what? The hip hop culture, right?
I mean,
So therefore that culture has no color because there's no identifying modifier to understand.
Okay, let's say you're right,
Hip-hop
but
got it,
who
though.
are the ones?
What? It's black.
It's black.
It's black until you get past the fucking river. It's black until you get out of the country. It's no longer black.
Listen, brother.
Because you got
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead.
in the
Go
United
ahead. We got
We got some people on the line. We got Katina Williams on the line, and she said that he should simply have asked those people to leave. We got Krista Odom on here. She says she agrees with the business owner, and she says she understands his frustration, but it's still a business, and he should have acted in a professional manner.
Okay,
Well,
we agree with that.
well,
I mean, I'm not
I
saying.
I do.
Do everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, well let's just
Well,
talk
he
about.
is.
Thank you,
Let's
girl.
just talk about being. Let's just talk about us as blacks. Let's just talk about the way that we act. I want to start with you, Craig.
Go ahead.
Do you feel that it's a time, a place in the season for everything? Do you not feel that right now as black people that the things that happened in 1997 or 95 to now that the kids going around being very disrespectful, they're popping guns, wait a minute, they're popping guns, they taking things, nobody trying to work. We in the same category. We not showing these kids how to love.
How much of them have you really shown, bro? Have you ever shown them what you was in
Yeah,
1997?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying for us as black people. That's right.
As far as us, nigga, I'm talking about you as a person.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
How much have we shown them?
That's what we on right now. You're right.
How much
You're
have
right.
we really
You're right.
shown them?
You're right. That's why we on. You're right. You're right.
We haven't
It's
shown them shit.
it's our responsibility. You're right.
Yeah, it's
We
our
did.
fault and it's our responsibility.
You're right.
True enough.
I can't argue with you on that.
It's our responsibility to do what?
No, basically what he's saying is the reason why the kids are how they are is because when we was doing what we was doing and slanging down or doing what we were doing, and we had those kids actually did the same thing.
Yeah, so let's not forget about a generation, my nigga.
I mean, I'm not saying
Let's
you're
not
wrong.
forget about it.
But I'm not saying you're wrong. But this is what I'm saying. As a black man, we know right from wrong, and they understand right from wrong at a certain age.
But you know why we standing here as black men? Because we learn.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I can't argue.
And we not teaching.
That's the problem.
We're not teaching.
Right. That's why I'm saying that. Now let's talk about that. That's what I'm saying. We own it. This what I want to know how the women feel. Okay, let's start with the kids or nephews or things like that. What is it that, far as these things, why do you feel? Why people feel that we act out? Not only that, you will post something to get a business shut down, even if you was in the wrong. Even if you was in the wrong, or even if everything was anywhere else. I mean, why do we fight so hard off of our feelings to try to destroy each other? Nobody destroying us. That's what we trying to figure out. Why do we do those type of things?
You feel like it's
Hold on.
We're gonna let
Shanika.
Shanika give her opinion.
As far as businesses,
Yes, and what you think need to change?
as far as I say with us, we can be the world's worst. We can be when it comes to businesses, tearing each other down at that point. I feel like we should support each other more, and we don't. We always, like the guy said, we always trying to build ourselves up and not help each other up. We're like that person pulling us down when everybody else are pulling each other up, the other races. Because I can't just speak on just white race, because there's a lot of races that help each other. So with that, I feel like we do tear each other down a lot. And that's, I don't know what the question you're really just, I'm trying to see per se what you're saying.
That's
it. You hit on that. Like I said, we basically trying to figure out what is it that we can do
different.
What is different? No, what is different? What is it that we doing wrong? When you go out somewhere, who you're more afraid of, your people or somebody else?
Me, I'm more afraid of my own people.
And what run you away from a black-owned business?
With black-owned business, it's the attitude.
Okay.
It's not.
I'm happy you said that. I was talking to her. Hold on. I was talking to her on the phone. It happened tonight. I feel sometimes when we go out and you have people that's service, we have people that's bus boys, and they don't move fast as we want you to move because we spend all a couple of dollars. We
couple of dollars.
Hold on, D. Hold on.
Just a figure.
Hold on. It don't matter if you're spending $75 or $150. Somebody that came before you was very disrespectful to this waitress or waiter. That was very disrespectful. And you have to have an open mind to understand that this person is in the restaurant. You have different people come in and out the restaurant every day. And maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe sometime when a person come to your table, maybe you should greet them. What's I did tonight, how you doing, whatever. And if they're just nasty from there, then you'll understand. But there's gonna be like, you been taking a long time to bring me my Pepsi Coke that I had wanted. like damn. Now wait a minute, but I'm like damn. You don't know what type of night the person. I just say, hey, you all right? You good? But yeah, I had a hard night. I had to have some people before you that were very disrespectful. Listen, we gonna turn you up tonight. We need to learn how to embrace each other as people. Is what I'm saying, D. I'm not saying that.
But see, let me tell you,
right,
man,
you right.
it's more black support than
I'm not saying
media
it's
put
not.
out to be. It's
Right.
a lot of people that support black-owned stuff.
Right.
It's just not publicized like this,
Right.
like this incident.
Okay.
Yeah.
One woman posted said she been going there for 6 months, never had a problem. Why
Mhm.
you ain't tell nobody it was a good restaurant? Why you ain't tell nobody it was good food?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you mad at him
Right.
saying that he got an attitude, but 6 months you been going there.
It's a good thing. One more.
I want to say
Go ahead.
this: when the problem with us is like me and David, that was in the same conversation when we talked. We will post the bad part, but we didn't post what led up to
To
that.
it, right.
Nobody really seen all the stuff that they were doing prior to him coming.
Exactly,
They didn't
exactly.
see him coming to her 1-2 times, or we couldn't hear what he was
Yeah.
what he was saying to her those times. All we seen was him talking and the gestures with the praying hands and everything. That showed you he was,
He was
he was
genuine about
being
what
nice
he was
about
They
coming
actually,
to
this one
her.
side of the restaurant didn't even know what was going on until he cussed.
Yes.
So that's all they got was the damn. This guy.
Okay, they got
The
that.
negative
Yeah,
part.
you're right.
They didn't
you're
even know
right,
about
you're
the
right.
twerk.
And that's
They got
where-
the after. I understand. I understand. We breaking it down. But you breaking it down. But let me ask you this, Sil. We got it so much. We so contaminated, and we be feeling like this.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
not.
let you
No.
say
I'm gonna say one thing. Let me get it out.
You know I ain't gonna let you sit and say that.
Let me know. Not about that subject. Not about that.
Okay, go ahead.
We say things like violence sell, sex sell. We act like we can't act a certain type of way and get a certain type of
Exactly.
attention. Like a female.
Yes.
She feel like to get attention, she got to have a boobs and I like it though.
Hey,
Why do you think that is?
Because I think
Nah, it's because mainstream media has showed you
Yeah.
that you want to make money.
Let's not talk
Right,
about
we gonna talk about
mainstream media. Let's talk about the things that was taught within the house.
wait, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. We gotta talk about mainstream media, D-Crap. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we are mainstream. We as black people make things.
We not mainstream,
no,
bro.
We black people.
We mainstream.
We mainstream.
We just don't run it.
Listen. Let's break it down. We as black people, if you take us off the earth and remove it, what makes things sell? Who do you put in?
There's no more culture.
Listen, who do you put in these things? Shoes, basketball, football, tennis. Wait a minute, stripping.
Everybody want to tell me, wait a minute.
No. Front cam, listen, because you know front cam. Listen, who makes things sell more? Who do you use more to sell your product?
Blacks.
We been mainstream.
So therefore that we understand that part of it,
Okay.
right? We make everything what it is, right?
So what we need somebody else for?
What we need somebody else for?
Yes,
we
sir.
don't need nobody else
There
for.
you go.
We need to understand who we are.
There you go.
Yes.
There
We
you
don't
go.
understand exactly
You-
what
now
we
you're on our path. There
do
you go.
for
Mhm.
what goes on out here.
Mhm.
Because China would have never known about hip hop because we didn't present
There you go.
hip hop.
Nobody would have never known about
There you
hip hop.
If
Nobody.
New York had a situation over there in Brooklyn, and it was cool, and it spread across the world, right?
Yeah.
Where did hip hop start? Brooklyn or
Bronx.
the Bronx? Yeah, it was
South
the Bronx. South Bronx. But you got a little history to you. Let's not talk about that. We'll talk
Ex
about that
profile, baby. Don't forget it. Let me
Oh,
blow
which
one.
one?
Dude. That's D.
I'm sorry to hear that. But what I'm saying is, the shit started with us.
Right.
And we have no claim, and we have no standards, and we have no stance towards what the fuck started the culture outside of us. We're only sitting here having a conversation
Yeah.
about the culture and about what started and about. We have nothing that we can actually. It's nothing tangible in front of now one of us outside of this podcast world, right?
Well, I mean,
That's nothing
basically the media just actually trying to.
So you gonna call it the media?
You know what I'm saying?
When you
Well,
turned
you
into
gotta
the media?
understand, Black
Yeah, I'm
people,
saying
is
far
the-
as-
we bring in more money than anybody,
Right.
especially in the United States.
Hey, bro,
But
do
we
you
don't
really,
control
do
media.
y'all
we don't
really
control
understand?
what no news media, no major outlet.
Go ahead,
They
go
put
ahead,
out
go
the
ahead, go
stories.
ahead.
Like
Okay,
they say,
and
black
the
on black crime. Crime is crime.
You gonna let
suspect
Karen
black
take
and
it. Hold on.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. But
I'm
they
sorry,
push
go
that
ahead.
narrative.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Deej.
Okay, so am I reading what's on here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Crystal Odom just chimed in. She says, today I walked into a business and the black woman didn't say anything to me. Didn't even acknowledge me. A lady of another race walked in and she cheerfully spoke to her and asked how she was doing. So in other words, we were more respectful to other people than we are to ourselves. And I'm glad Crystal Odom said that, because I think that without what she just said, we don't even end up with a situation here. I think without what she just said, and I think it goes both ways. I think it's two things. I think that black people become comfortable with each other off top.
Yeah.
So as soon as I'm around another black person, I'm gonna get a little bit more comfortable with him than I'm gonna get with another white person. Is how I'm starting to feel. You were comfortable because you're in a black establishment to feel like you can stand up in a couch and do that twerking where you wouldn't have done it somewhere else. And he, as the owner, seemed to be comfortable enough with everybody to say what he had to say to everybody, even though it's out of order. I don't think if, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to pass the ball. I don't think it's fair to take the gutter of black people and say that that's the majority and paint this picture of us and say that that's who we are as a people, because you had 2 or 3 people in a club twerking, and that could have been several hundred, but those 3 people are going to take center stage and put that stigma on us as a culture. I think that's unfair.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, but she said that the woman didn't acknowledge her, right? But the other woman can.
She's saying that she walked in a black-owned business, they didn't speak to her, or someone of another culture came in and they open arms spoke and let. So why didn't you give me that same? I'm coming here to patronize your business just like that person. So why didn't you give me that same energy? Like, because I'm black, or you don't feel like I'm gonna spend the money that this person gonna spend?
I mean, a black person, right? A black person with a black person, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Go ahead. Go.
Karen, what's your take on all of this?
Hold on.
What you got to?
Well, I feel like we honestly just hate on each other regardless.
That's true.
I don't even like, to be honest with you, I have given so many black people opportunities to do work on my home or my car, and it's never the same standard as if I get somebody that's of a different race. So therefore, it makes me feel some kind of way. I'm like, what kind of service am I going to receive whenever I deal with my own culture? And even though I love my culture, I really do. I just feel like the standard is different.
Well, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I mean, black women. Well, what if it's sex from a black man? Is the maintenance good?
Where we going?
For one, that question had I tapped my
Brothers, they won.
Everybody that's good, no good things on business, but we get
Y'all gotta find somewhere to slip that in.
I know.
You just set us back 1,000 years.
I gotta pump it up.
Exactly.
Man, listen, man. It brings tears to my eyes. D-Craig, I understand that we listen. I'm with my culture. I'm with my culture regardless. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
You like the fuck shit. You like the fuck shit. You
No,
stand with
no.
your culture,
But
but you like the fuck shit.
No. Listen, no. It's not that deep.
Go ahead.
Let me explain.
Go ahead.
As a black man, we know that we love each other so much, and sometimes it's like your child. You know, your child know that you love them, so they'll try to get over on you a little bit more. I think that we had to just learn how to be. Cause I do it sometimes. You got to learn how to be business. You have how you just like me. I'm a businessman, and sometimes when I do have a black person to come in, I kind of try to give them a benefit of a doubt, and I try to underbid whatever it is that they try to pay for. And then even though I do that as a black man, whether it's a cheese shirt or whether is it anything, it's always something else on top of it. But like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you, give me $15. Man, got the $10. It's like you always know, D. We always want
Sure, doing. I tell
Steady
you,
telling me.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Shut
Listen,
down.
listen, hold on, I'm gonna let you talk. We're gonna let it go around. We're gonna let you talk that. I feel like sometimes we don't want to work for some of the things that we should work for. We think things due to us. We want to keep on talking about what happened 400 years ago. And as people, we know right from wrong. And as a man, every day you got a child to feed, and it should be no excuses to you handle your business as a man. You handle your business as a man. I'm handling my business as a man, and I don't feel that another black man should always make excuses of them acting out. Or I did this because of this, or I did this because of this. When it got to come to a time where we have to grow up and we have to unite with each other. And it's like this: if I go out of town, is where you from or what set you from? Why can't just if I go to California, if I go to New Orleans, if I go to Baton Rouge, I'm just more afraid because I'm from Shreveport and I got to worry about somebody doing something to me. You feel what I'm saying? It's because the things that we
Raised on, nigga.
Right.
Say it.
You're right. The things that we were raised on, you're right. Why do we still keep giving the excuses and right now, today, we know that it's wrong?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It ain't like it ain't acknowledged to us that it's wrong. We know that it's wrong. But we continue to do it when it costs $1 for a piece of pussy, or we want to sit here and we sell ourselves out. We know that it's wrong what we doing, so hold on. So, we know that it's wrong, so why we keep giving an excuse for everything? Well, I mean, what come we point to a time for you get from 15 to 17 to 25 to 23 to 27? What haven't you understood from these points on the time? You living the way that you want to live because that's the way that you want to live. You want to be disrespectful because you want to be disrespectful. We ain't going to be talking about no, I didn't know or you didn't know. We got black people speaking every day. We got black people owning their own business. We got black people playing football. We got black people playing basketball that came from a broken home. Mama smoked crack. Daddy did this. Woman been beaten. Woman the script at the strip club. She done changed her life. So you mean to tell me that you going to keep up the same excuse about 400 years and, oh, man, you supposed to be down with this right here. It's black. Oh, so I just don't supposed to let you come stand on my shit, right? Why you didn't, hold on, why you didn't go rob their house, burn your bank? Why you didn't go in these white folks shit? Why you didn't go stand on their shit when you heard some music that you like because they play it? Why you didn't go to down, open that shit, and do whatever you want to do because it's consequences whatever you do.
Exactly.
So you don't want to suffer the consequences like a man and get them 2 years, them 4 years, and them 5 years, but you ready to say, man, fuck that nigga, he a sellout. Why? Because I'm changing? Because I'm changing as a man and I want to do something better with myself, I'm a sellout?
That's our problem.
I don't understand it.
I want to ask this question, cuz.
Go ahead, bro.
Personally, I want to ask this question, cuz. Do you feel that way?
Yes, I actually 150%
Why?
do. Because I'm saying I'm going through it, but I've been through the same thing. I had walked in people's establishment and not understanding that I was disrespectful in a certain type of way. But when I learned it, I was like, damn, I was down. But even if I'm in a restaurant, if I'm in the hospital, I done seen people sit down in the hospital next to their kids and things like that, and the person will bust out a phone with, motherfucker, get to shoot you in the head in the motherfucker. Come on, man.
Nah, I asked you why for a reason, right?
Okay, I'm telling you about my experience. I was ignorant. I did all of these things, but I did it out of ignorance. Now that I know, I don't understand why it's so hard if you 30 and 40 years old that you keep making the same excuses that you know wrong. Now, if you young, I understand that.
So now, to that point of what you just said, who in this room made excuses?
Hold on, we got.
What?
What do you mean, excuse?
Exactly, excuses for anything. I asked him why he feel that way.
I
And he brought up the excuses of why he feel that way, right?
I feel that way because every time when it's time for us to get together, it don't matter where it's at. Everything be going good. This person will get into it with this person will knuckle up, which I've seen plenty of white boys knuckle it up.
Yeah.
Bust each other up, and that was it. After you get bust up and knocked out in front of your girl or somebody you talking to, the first thing you want to do go get a gun.
Yeah.
What's the excuse for that?
It's no excuse for it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
Cause we got a question.
Right.
bro,
You gonna win no arguments
how
at
much
home?
time we got?
We good.
What I'm saying is, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, Katina, She says it's not just black business owners that have issues. There are other races who get over, scam and do
Yeah, she right.
subpar work. He
I
said,
I agree.
So they're not the only ones who do it.
I agree.
They have had white men call and ask for a price, and then being sold by a white owner, they get over too.
Yeah, I can't.
It just
I'm
goes
not
down
saying. Well, I'm gonna let somebody else talk, but I'm not.
It's not that.
We're not saying that white.
No
We're not saying
other
that they don't
cultures
do it.
don't have a problem. We trying to speak on our own culture and what we can do to better our
Yeah,
culture.
to help each other.
Right now, we're not worried about what the white man do,
Or the
the
Mexican
Mexican man do, the Chinese man. We worry about us as black people. What we need to do to come together
That's
as
all the time,
one.
yeah.
To work together. I wanted to ask everybody, what's your opinion, or what do you think we can do different to better
Let's go
our
around the room with
business?
this. Let's
Okay.
make sure we get
Okay.
the question clear,
Okay.
and let's go around the room with it.
Who
What
wants-
can we
who
do?
wants to start
What can
first?
we do to better our
We
business?
starting on the right.
Well,
We'll start
go
right
ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
Y'all start with me every time. What can we do is to better our
As,
business? Like I say, with me, I don't have an issue in any of our businesses. As far as it's just the attitude, I'm gonna stick with that one.
Okay.
The attitude.
Okay.
Change our attitude and we need to not go in and act as if, like they said, we can get something for a better deal.
Okay.
Because this is a black person, oh, we're gonna get this for cheaper. No, I mean, give us the same thing you're gonna get the next person. Don't come in here expecting to have lower values. No,
Gotcha.
you get what you get.
What you got, Karen?
I think for me it starts in the home. We got to actually teach our kids about these things so that they can actually have the knowledge and education that they need to actually take it out to the public. Because I feel like we are their first teachers, and then we introduce them to the public. So it starts at home first.
Rise.
I agree. We gotta be more accountable for our actions. You're right. It started in the home. So if we got a generation of disrespectful people, it's because we done taught them that disrespect and we allow it. It's like when your kids go to school, your kids go anywhere and cut up. Hey, don't talk to my baby like that. Well, why is your baby talking like that? Why is your baby acting a certain way in public? Because you allowed that. So now they babies, now they're adults, so they still feel like, hey, I can act this way because it's cool, because we accept it. So once we started taking accountability for our own actions, stop looking at everybody else like, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. Like, I hate to hear black people say nigger in public. In front of white people, it bothers my spirit. Like, why is that so comfortable?
That shit turn your suit,
Why
right?
that makes me cringe. Like, I feel like how the white people feel. Like, ooh, and I'm like, I don't know parts of that. I'm walking away. That bothers my. Like, we act a certain way and think, okay, it's cool. I'll act the way I want to act. Okay, well, you're gonna get treated a certain way. So don't get mad at stereotypes and stigma when you act in that way in public. Like, if you want to act like that at home, do that. You ain't got to go outside cutting up. My grandma used to always say, well, go in my house, stay in my house. Don't go outside showing your
ass.
Okay, okay. Yeah, like, chill out.
What you got, D?
Well, yeah.
I think we just need to keep elevating and keep doing what we've been doing. I mean, I'm gonna always feel like and look at the better side of our society and see who we really are, because the things that they put on us, that's not us.
Right.
That's not who we are.
Right.
We African American women right now are graduating college higher than any other race of people.
And that's the biggest gap between.
And also, there are more African American men attending college and graduating than there are African American men in jail. I say that to say this: we don't spotlight our accomplishments enough to even know who we really are, because we believe I'm not gonna identify an entire restaurant of women with the 3 that were twerking. There were probably 89 women in there who were not twerking, who would have never did it. So he addressed an entire restaurant of women who had nothing to do with it. And yes, he was disrespectful to those women and those men. It is not your job, and that's fine. That's fine, because a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on it. But I do feel like I'm going to respect any person that don't agree. But this is how I feel. If I go to a white man's restaurant and I got white family members and half white brothers and sisters, so me saying that, I'm only
sorry to hear
saying
that.
that to say this. I'm gonna go to any man's restaurant, and because a couple in the corner is doing something, if he turns around and tells me that I can get the F out his restaurant, I'm gonna be offended.
Nobody said what he did and how he addressed it wasn't right.
no,
I'm asking, what can we do to
Hold on, we don't want to rewind it. We don't want to rewind it.
We just need to keep.
We don't want to rewind it.
Okay. We need to keep
Understand,
elevating.
we want to answer the
I'm gonna say
question.
to answer that question, short and simple. We need to keep elevating, and we need to be spotlighted for the good that we do, so we can kill the stigma that all we do is bad.
Okay. We need to learn how to spotlight it. We shouldn't expect somebody else to do it.
I agree.
Now, wait a minute. I hope you do. We got this in our hand every day. We spotlight dicks, fucking, fighting, how Kevin Gates look. We spotlight all the dumb shit. But you want to try to say that we need to spotlight something.
That's what we
They not gonna. Yeah, we need to do it.
That's what we need to do.
We need to do
Yeah, I
it
didn't
because
say
they
they
not
need
gonna
to.
do it for us. They gonna do it for
Yeah.
their people.
I didn't say they need.
No. I'm just starting off and just telling you what we need to be doing.
I agree.
As black people, when somebody posts something up with it, they got their clothing line, or their business, or their haircut, or they got a car that they pulled out, we need to say, hey, it's a black dude. It don't matter where he's from. It don't matter if we know him. We need to put the spotlight on ourselves. That's what I learned. I learned as I went to prison, being in a place so dark, I don't understand how you still can't stick together. It don't make listen, bro, you have to unlearn all the foolishness that you learned. Every time we saying something, oh, who better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Who gives a fuck? Michael Jordan good and LeBron James good. Why do we always got to be in competition with each other? We don't know how to diffuse nothing. We ought to want to start diffusing.
wrong though.
But diffuse, it don't matter what it is. At night, I don't give a damn. At night, it make it blow up. I'm not an educational person. We don't know how.
We always put each other against each other.
We don't know how to take nothing and make nothing positive. I'm not. I got a good tongue. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just being honest. What is it? It ain't the fruit. What is it?
Competition, friend.
What else? We always in competition with each other. Why is it that we can't say she know how to do hair? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go on. This black sister. Go ahead and go on. Oh, I don't like it because you didn't like her from school, or she used to talk to your boyfriend, or her. Come on, bro. It ain't got shit to do with nobody else. Anytime that I got in some trouble, it was because you didn't like me because of this. Or I got the color red on. Or I got this color on. Or this. Man, listen, we not lifting each other. So how do you expect somebody else to lift us up? Oh, man, this here sell. This here sell. Listen, do you want money or do you want a person with a word? Why do we have to always go back and forward about what people doing to us, and then soon another black person say what we doing to each other? You want to start trying to start our type of confusion. Oh, man, you don't know what you talking about. Bro, we do it to each other. I'm not worried about when I jump out of my car at nighttime, a white man pulling up on me, talking about, drop it, give me what you got. I ain't worried about none of that. We worried about, I'm not saying that they not doing it to us.
You know why you ain't worried about it?
Because they're robbing us another way. I'm going to tell you this the way they robbing us. We so much keep confused.
They take it first, then you know about the other nigga.
The distraction is this. They keeping us confused with each other while they at nighttime working on us. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm worried about what my people gonna do to me, they behind the table. Look at that. Yeah, we got him now. He worrying about him. They got us in a society where all this shit going on that they put there, and the confusion between us. And we not worried about what's going on behind. I'm not saying all people are bad. I'm saying that, listen, I don't have no conflict with nobody else. Nobody else is coming to me with ignorance and anything like that. We trying to find out how can we build each other up. Okay, to answer the question. If we know how to start a fight with each other and post up shit and tear each other down, why can't nobody tell us how to build each other up?
What I say, I'm in on this, but what I think needs to first happen is that we need to quit talk about how we was slaves and how we was this and what the white man done. That was ages ago. Ain't nobody slaves no more, and nobody holding you back but yourself.
I agree.
Like she said, you have to teach your kids growing up right from wrong and what they should and should not do. Yes, we all go out and we do something bad or we do mess up or whatever, but we need to always hold them accountable. The killing, the guns, the pulling out guns here, all of that need to end. For as black-owned businesses, we have to quit feeling like because the next person is black that they are okay with this. I come in here and we hear the cussing in the music, the vulgar language in the music. That's okay because there's more black people that's coming in here. We don't want to hear that either. Right. So you're going to have to run your business like a business. And that's how we're going to be successful and succeed. If you offering some, have it. Right. I'm out of this. I'm out of that. Well, you publicizing it. Yeah. And far as what you just talked about, far as putting information out there, we quick to share a fight. It go viral. I don't even like you say, the truth. I never heard of that restaurant, but he done went viral because of a bad situation. He didn't go viral because his food's so good and he giving us something, an upscale restaurant, something new. So we're going to have to start sharing more positive stuff than all of the negative stuff, because that's why we get the image that we have, because we sit there and give it out.
Share and post.
Okay.
Last question, then we'll let D. Craig.
Okay, well, we got the last question here. Katina Williams is very passionate. We want to thank you for being in the comment section, giving us what you're giving us. You're dropping some jewels over here. But her comment was that that what we're talking about is a double-edged sword. She says our people are creators and inventors, trailblazers,
that's real. Yeah, I believe.
But like all cultures who have those who show their ass, there are people in every culture that does it. We have bad apples in the black culture as well. What we can do is set the standards. A bad experience can be a teachable moment, and we have to have the courage to address it.
Well, let's start with the Check Your Energy podcast.
Share it.
Let's start that way. You got anything you want to say? And we're gonna end it with D.
Hey man, I'm glad to even be around the situation, you know what I'm saying? I understand the intelligence that's around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Allendale, man. He from Allendale. We've always been on the same wavelength, but not on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? But this is a situation to where we can all understand exactly what's going on. We can all understand exactly who each other are. And we can all understand where we're trying to go. Right? So at that point, we coming to the end of this podcast, right? Yes. We got to learn something from this. That man protected his business to his point, and we protecting our points of views just by our points of views, just by us speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? We are all trying to go to the same place. We have different ways of doing it. You understand that?
We're with you on that. I mean, we all just have to learn how to respect each other's decisions and the way that we do things. We're gonna end it. It was a good topic. I'm hoping that after this we can, like I said, when you're going out to a restaurant, or even if you're going out to get any type of service, as if this is a bell bar, just understand that sometimes you might walk in the midst of somebody else have did something prior to that. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Really? Prior to that, well, I was a speed guy.
Go ahead.
Internet.
Go ahead.
But every time you go somewhere, you have to understand when it's fast food restaurants, we always end up at those type of places, and people already been there before us, and we don't know what the next person did before, so we have to have that type of mind frame. Sometimes I don't think we think for the other person. We care more about ourselves, and if my kids can't get the food while it's hot, or I want my food right now. I just think sometimes it's like driving. Even though you driving, and sometimes we don't drive for the next person. It's just like driving out in the street. You have to worry about what's going on with the next person. You have to drive for the next person. I say, when you get up in the morning, just always understand that whatever you do can affect the next person. Whatever decision you make, even if you're in a rush to get your oil changed, or you're in a rush to get to work. You don't know if a person got a baby in the car. When you go to the restaurant, you don't know what's going on. Just take the consideration of the next person. We're going to end this podcast. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I need y'all to share, tag. If it's any type of topic that y'all want to drop and that we can elaborate on, let us know. We all for it.
Can I promote my shit?
Oh, yeah, you always can promote it.
Bayou Boys Podcast, man. We on Spotify right now. We only living there right now. We have no visuals. We only living on Spotify right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the Bayou Boys Podcast, man. And it's the same thing that we do over here, man. We just regular niggas talking about regular shit.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
So
You quit saying that
I
N-word.
invited Cuz over there. Go ahead.
She wants you to stop saying the N-word.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Hey,
you.
let me see. You got your $50 for promoting on my TV show? Not that man.
I got you. At the end of the day, man, love is love. At the end of the day, love is love, man. I appreciate all y'all for being here. And I understand the conversation, and I really appreciate that, man.
Check your energy. Much love.